right? We need to put an emphasis on platforms to design these products responsibly.
Pete, so great to have you on the program today.
Yeah, thank you so much, Molly, for having me on.
Can you help me understand how AI chatbots are designed to interact with users?
I think it's important to understand that AI chatbots are products that are built by companies, and they're built by companies that are incentivized to build highly intimate products. And these are products that exploit user engagement, they exploit intimacy, and interactive data is something that's really essential part of their development process. So really, we've seen they're incentivized to keep you on the platform and to keep you coming back.
I keep seeing this word anthropomorphic design. Like, what does that exactly mean?
When we talk about anthropomorphic design, it's that, these products are designed in a highly human-like way. And they're designed to replicate the experience of interacting with the person. And that's something that makes them highly engaging. I think some examples of anthropomorphic design include the use of first-person responses by AI chatbots, includes the use of voice mode, for example. So when you see, you can talk out loud to ChatGPT, but it also includes, things like speech disfluencies. So the tone in which these chatbots respond.
So, I want to push back because I'm thinking about my viewers at home thinking, I like Sally, my chatbot, being personal. I mean, what's the risk?
I think there's not necessarily a ton of risks just with being personal. It's the inclusion of highly personal and human-like design with a lot of the other design features that we see with these platforms. So, for example, a chatbot that is designed to be highly personal, but also gives you highly sycophantic responses. So responses that may prioritize, user preference over things like accuracy or truthfulness. That's when things get really dangerous. And we see, for example, AI starts to replace human relationships.
What kind of guardrails do you think companies need to have in place?
I think it's important that they design and test these systems for these types of harms. I also think that there's simple things that they could do to limit, a lot of these human-like design features. For example, make them opt-in instead of opt-out for users. But I also think, there's an important role for policy to play here as well in terms of ensuring that, when things are designed incorrectly or unsafely, that users have modes for recourse as well.
Pete, do you think that we need to see policy changes beyond the companies themselves?
I think it's important for us to recognize that AI chatbots are products, and that it has important policy implications as well. An important part of products, right, is product liability and the understanding that, when you build the product, it's important that you take into account the safety of your users and the safety of your customers. And if you fail to do so, that's where liability comes into play there.
I wonder about all the practical part for people at home. Are there any steps that people, the users themselves, can take to protect themselves?
Well, I think it's important for users to recognize that the burden shouldn't entirely be on them, right? We need to put an emphasis on platforms to design these products responsibly. And I think that that's something that's important for us to think about when we talk about user responsibility. Platforms have, spent a lot of effort to try to shift the responsibility and shift the burden to users, emphasizing things like age gating, user controls, when in reality, I think it's important that we put the emphasis on platforms to design their products more responsibly.